Humans, hello, 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 humans. How have you been? I've been looking forward to this. It's been a week. We've had solar flares, got a 7.5 earthquake in Japan. It's been hectic. People have been on edge. It's Mercury retrograde. So, yeah, let's get into it. I like starting with this one. It's my favorite. So, let's see. Let's see what jumps out. Oh my gosh, here we go. First one. What is this? Wedding. Oh my word. Somebody's getting married. Married. Or some connections are happening. Yeah, maybe some important relationships are being formed. That's great. Yeah, tribes are getting together. That's good. Very good. Next, let's see if there's a story developing. There's a wedding or a romance. Okay, here's two. Let's see what this is. Get to see it first. Wedding, priest, haughtiness. Okay, you'll know what that means. Haughtiness, yes, there's been a lot of that around this week. Oh my word. Crystal Tarot. Pick this up in Langebaan. I so wanted to go see the flowers, but it's not going to happen this year. Tourists from all over the world come to Langebaan for the flower season. Right, here's our first one. Oh, we've got two. Let's see what this is. Let's just stick with these two. Oh, they're both reversed. Okay, let's start. The Knave of Swords and Four Pentacles. So we have a major arcana. No man, Knave of Swords is it's not the queen, it's a knight. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, a determined young man rides into battle in this card. Yeah, there's definitely battle. The neocons are ramping up. So I'm going to go kinetic this week, I think. Right, situation. A period of some difficulty is indicated. The outcome will be favorable if a firm line is taken. Reversed. This indicates that in the difficult times ahead, a hot-headed approach will only cause greater problems. Reversed. This indicates an aggressive, impatient personality, often in conflict with others, who waste energies and creates problems. Oh my gosh, I was a little bit like me this week. I was a bit OTT. I wanted to do so much and I kept being blocked, but it turned out fine. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles reversed. Reluctance, resistance. Yeah, it's Mercury retrograde. Four of Pentacles. Let's go. Four of Pentacles. This card shows a crowned figure gripping one pentacle tightly and resting his feet on two more. A fourth pentacle rests on his crown. Reversed. This is often said to be the miser's card, as it indicates reluctance to give anything up. This can apply to relationship, career, or any other aspect of life. A fear of failure is probably the root cause, and this should be addressed. Yeah, we all suffer from that. Right, let's carry on to the sortes. I spoiled myself and I picked up a whole bunch of classics, books that I've always wanted. And there was a sale and I just couldn't stop. So now I think we're going to do five every time. Muse, guides my hand. Guide my hand. What is the message for us today? The hippies of the 60s, the flower children, set up a counterculture which challenged the ob- obscenely callous ways in which we live. But the American Puritan culture could not understand sex without obligation or the pleasure of drugs without penitential hangovers. To make love, not war, seemed immoral, just as giving up material evidence of success seemed a denial of the technology on which we depend to make a man happy. Yet our present questioning of the old life denying professings of traditional sexual morality, our recognition of the lunacy of Vietnam, and our uneasiness at the stewardship of the military industrial complex, all are awarenesses that we owe to our hippie children. If you meet the Buddha on the road, kill him. A modern pilgrimage through myth, legend, Zen, and psychotherapy. Sheldon Kopp. In this highly original book, Sheldon Kopp, a practicing psychologist and teacher, challenges the techniques employed by analysts and psychiatrists in guiding their patients. Dr. Kopp argues that there are no hidden meanings in life and that our lives have only the significance which we give to them. Thus, killing the Buddha on the road means destroying the hope that anything outside ourselves can be our master. And there is no savior, nothing outside. Nobody's going to come and save us. Tom Robbins, author of Skinny Legs and All. Even cowgirls get blues. Follow Sissy's amazing odyssey from Virginia to chic Manhattan to the Dakota Badlands, where FBI agents, cowgirls, and ecstatic whooping cranes explode in a deliciously drawn out climax. Muse, what do you have for us tonight? Years afterwards, when he was no longer using Sissy exclusively, the Countess posed a female impersonator in a duet. He was not above that sort of trick, but he truly was taken with Sissy Hankshire. Among other things, he believed her responsible for the jumpsuit interest that seized Western womanhood in the late 60s, and he placed her in the avant-garde of fashion. While it is true, Sissy wore jumpsuits long before any editor at Vogue, but it is also true that she continued to wear them after they passed out of style. Zipper jumpsuits were, in fact, the only garb Sissy could wear because she hadn't the facility to button her clothes. Sissy never complained about the censorship of her hands, although as a matter of pride she would have preferred them in plain view. To the Countess's credit, he often expressed a desire to get Sissy's thumbs into the photo simply for the phallic counterpoint, but he feared the American public wasn't ready for that. Oh my god, we've come so far. Lawrence van der Post. Since his first novel, Inner Province, was published by the Hogarth Press in 1934, Lawrence van der Post's books have made a profound impact on readers throughout the English-speaking world and in many foreign language editions. One after the other, they have been admired for their brilliant descriptive writing, their imaginative insight, and their compelling narrative power. His recent recognition by the Book Marketing Council as one of the 20 best British writers is but one of countless tributes that have been paid to his work. A story like the wind. This is a story of an almost vanished Africa, a world of myth and magic in which the indigenous peoples of the continent lived for uncountable centuries before the Europeans came to shatter it. Wish I can go back in time and see how the tribes lived. How the tribes lived. Just in unspoiled Africa. Don't get many places like that anymore. Muses guide my hand. What is the inspiration for today? Give us some good news. But what do we do next? Francois, in his turn, overawed by the bounty of Ulungaligibele's welcome, for there was no doubt from the tone and texture of the voice that it could only have been that of the prophet. We just stand and wait, Bamuti replied. But they did not have to wait, because Ulingalebela immediately spoke again, giving another demonstration of how foolish it is for men to plan in advance for a future they do not know. Wow, these people's wisdom is amazing. He said, "We just wait." The Africans are good with waiting. How foolish it is for men to plan in advance for a future they do not know. Wow. Hmm. Maybe we should adopt that attitude more often. Horse as teacher, the path to relationship. Been dying to get into this one. Hmm. Jesus got my hand. What is the inspiration for this week to come with regarding relationships? The more time I spent getting to know him, the more obvious it became to me that he was complicated. When he became excited, whether over apples or affection, he had no reverence regarding boundaries, often nipping at me with excitement. It became clear to me how truly green he was to training as well, even at the ripe age of 8. I soon discovered that haltering him to brush and then preparing him for riding would become a game of head tossing, dodging the saddle, frequent nipping, and cow kicking as I went to cinch the girth. It became more and more apparent to me that this little Arab was a lot to handle, and if I was going to spend my time, any time with him, I was going to need to invest myself between time. I was going to need to invest myself between time and my heart. Yes, we need to spend time with those we love. So life passes by so quickly. We have to invest to spend time with our hearts and with the people that we love. Last one. The Goldfinch. Donna Tartt. What a name. A gripping page turner. Let's have a look. I hope you guys enjoyed my session. Let's see, muses. Give us a final conclusion, takeaway for this week to come. On the 22nd of August, we have like the most dangerous day of the year because Uranus is conjuncting Algol, 3 degrees Taurus. That apparently they say Algol is the most demonic star in our heavens, and it's in the Nakshatra Kritika, so says it all. So I'm expecting some kinetic warfare on the 22nd. That's sort of the peak. It's been moving towards that peak for the last few weeks. So if we can get past this week, it will be good. Don't have any arguments this week, please. It's not gonna go down well. That's for me as well. Jesus, guide my hand. What is the message for today? 3 years is a long time. Like the World War III isn't gonna last 3 years. What's this with me in the war? But I can feel it. It is to us, but in the scheme of things, not at all. I mean, said Annie reasonably. Look at some poor dumb bunny like Sabine or that idiot James Villiers. Forest fucking Longstreet. Those people aren't poor. I saw Villiers' father on the corner of The Economist. No, but they're as dumb as a set of sofa cushions. I mean, Sabine can hardly put one foot in front of the other. If her family didn't have money and she had to manage on her own, she'd have to be, I don't know, a prostitute. Longstreet. He'd probably just crawl in the corner and starve. Like a hamster you forgot to feed. This is not South African. You're depressing me. All I'm saying is you're smart and grown ups like you. What? Sure, said Andy in his one irritating voice. You remember names, do the eye contact stuff, shake hands when you're supposed to. At school, they all tie themselves in knots for you. Don't be stupid. You get away with murder. You're smart enough to figure it out on your own. Why haven't you figured out this sailing business thing? Oh, I figured it out, all right, said Andy grimly, returning to his what workbook. I figured out that I have 4 summers of hell. An absolute worst. 3 if Daddy lets me go to early college when I'm 16. 2 if I bite the bullet. Oh, if I go to mountain school and learn organic farming. And after that, I'm never setting foot on a boat again. Like, if a family didn't have money and she had to manage on her own, she'd have to be, I don't know, a prostitute, Longstreet. She'd probably just crawl into a corner and starve like a hamster you forgot to feed. Donna Tratt was born in Greenwood, Mississippi, and is a graduate of Bennington College. Her novels, The Secret History and The Little Friend, were translated into 30 languages. She's talking about Longstreet. Sounds like Longstreet, Cape Town, but this is obviously maybe there's a Longstreet in New York. Well, that was Fast and Furious. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's see how this week goes and comment. Let me know what you think, what you'd like to see, any suggestions. Yeah, have a good week. Look after yourself, and we'll see you again.